Hi there, my name's Jo. I have tried to do this video already once, but the mic quality was absolutely shocking, and when I heard it back I realised it was really bad, and somebody left me a comment and said, "That's not that great, I can't listen to it because it's crackling." And I agree, it was bad. So we'll try it again. If it won't be the same, and we'll delete the other one because I couldn't watch it either. I tried watching it and it was just too distracting. So we'll start again. Right, so my name's Jo. Hi. I live in Scotland. I'm originally from Scotland. I was born here. And as you can tell by the accent, I didn't live here for very long. I was 9 when I moved down to England. I lived in Yorkshire, all over Yorkshire, moved all over. But decided when my kids were grown up, I've got 3 boys, and once they'd grown up, I was moving back home. So yeah, I moved back home. Love it, absolutely love it. I live in a little town. Everybody knows each other. Uh, Friendly neighbours, that sort of place. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Got an amazing view from my craft room. Very green, very very pretty. Anyway, so I live here, and I live with my partner Amanda, who's my absolute rock, and who puts up with so much, especially all the little threads everywhere. But if you're a crafter, there's always bits, and for instance, like little tiny bits. I mean, you probably can't see that, but she can, and she can see it all over the carpet. Um, so yeah, she puts up with a lot. Um, anyway, so so I live here, and we've got 2 little doggies. We have Peanut, and she's 7, and we've got Poppy, and she's 14. And I started crafting last year, I think it was. Started doing patchwork quilts, and I thought, oh, I quite like that. My next door neighbour was doing it, and I said, how do you do that? She taught me how to do it, and went on YouTube, and I went down the rabbit hole as you do, and I thought, oh, I like this. But once you start doing blankets, quilts for people, you've done them, and you can't sell them on, and you end up with loads, and you can't sell them on because the time and the effort and the amount of money that you put into it, you're not going to get it back, which is fair enough because there's a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of man hours in a quilt because they're so intricate. But I love doing it. I absolutely love doing it. So I thought, what else could I do? Now I bought a sewing machine because I thought, oh, I'll do patchwork. I was doing EPP to start with, which is like handcrafting, hand quilting. And then I thought I'll do the sewing machine. Anyway, as I say, I had so many blankets, and I thought, right, I'm gonna, and everybody got one for birthday, and everybody got one for Christmas, and I was like, what am I gonna do now? So I had the material from that, and I had the craft room, and I had the sewing machine, and I thought, oh, I would like to make something else. So I looked on YouTube and got some inspiration. So I started off making cosmetic bags. Um, right, but before we go into like the products that I'm going to go on about, because I love them, I absolutely love what I do, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I come up with the name and things like that. So I wanted something that was personal, and so I've named it after Poppy, because Poppy's 14, and you know, um, I thought I'd like something for this dog because she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing. I'll show you at some point, not in this video, but in a follow-on video. Um, so she's just like the sweetest little dog ever. I mean, they both are. They've both got completely different personalities, but they're amazing. Anyway, so I thought what do I want that incorporates my dog's name and what I do, what put together. So, and a little bit of I quite like these names that are they've got different meaning kind of thing. So anyway, it's called Poppy's Handmade Tales, and that's the name of the business. And I make scrunchies, I make bags, I make just loads of things. I'll show you what I make anyway. So that's about how, if I keep looking down here because I have to make a little notes for myself, because if not then I just go off on a tangent and I'll tell you about everything and it won't be about what I need to tell you about anyway. So I was talking about doing this video for absolute ages, and I've got two grandchildren. I've got Eliana and she's 10, and I've got William and he's 5. And Eliana loves doing YouTube. She does edits on some game. I'm really sorry, I don't know what it's called. Fortnite, I think. Don't quote me on that. Could be Roblox. I ain't got a clue. I have a look and I say nice things about it, and I really don't really understand it. I'm not very technical, hence why the microphone wasn't great last video. Anyway, so she said, Nana, why don't you do something? Why don't you show people what you're doing? Because they don't know. Because I do like craft stores and stuff like that. And I did one on Sunday, got to know a few people, and they were saying, oh yeah, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, and I'm like, no, I think I'm missing out on something here. Get my name out there, tell people about it, tell people about my Etsy, and I want to do a website as well. Like I say, I'm very new at this, so it's all new. So I love what I do, absolutely love it. I can spend hours and hours and hours in here. I hyper focus. I've got ADHD, and I've got an amazing partner who feeds me, brings me coffee regularly, thank God, bottles of water constantly, because when I'm in a hyper focus, that's it, I'm in. So yeah, I love doing it. It's just I can spend hours and hours and hours doing it. But there'll be days where I have to be the one that takes the lead because she does night shifts sometimes, and when she's doing the night shift I have to look after the doggies, so I have to take the girls out and I have to feed them, and today is one of those days. So I'm doing a little bit of this, I'm doing a little bit of the video and showing you all about, everything about everything, and then I'm gonna be just focusing on the girls. If you can see movement up there, that's the girls moving about upstairs because they can hear me talking. I think I'm talking to somebody. So one of the dogs will probably come down and make an appearance. She's upstairs, probably trying to annoy Amanda. Anyway, so right, I'll show you the products now that I make, um, because that's what I'm here for, and to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Jo. Just in case I haven't said it already, which I know I have. But anyway, so how I got started doing these things was, my sister-in-law's getting married. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law getting married, and she said, will you please do wedding favours? And I said, I don't know what wedding favours are. Once I'd googled it and I'd gone on Pinterest and I got some ideas, as we do, Pinterest's brilliant for ideas, isn't it? So I went on Pinterest and saw all the little things, and I'm thinking, sort of, yeah, I could sort of do something like that. And then I came up with my spin on something. Anyway, so I wanted something that people can keep, but it's not a long-term thing. So I thought keyrings. So I asked her what colours and things like that she was wanting, and she's got quite neutral colours and greys and things like that. So it started off with this keyring, So I started with these, and they've got like a little note at the back of it. I don't really want to show you at all, because it's got their names on it. Let me just stick my finger in there. There you go. And so I personalised it, say, just a little gift to say thank you for coming today, and that sort of thing. So it started with these, and then I was like, well, actually started with these before that. So it started with, because I had the sewing machine. Sorry, words are hard sometimes. ADHD brain. Um, so it started with the sewing machine and the material. So it started with these, which are like, I don't know what to call them. Are they called makeup bags? Are they called cosmetic bags? Are they called weekend bags? Are they called toiletry bags? I don't know. I don't know. But when I made these, my partner said they're all right, but if you did them with waterproof material, so it's like shower curtain material, that sort of thing, they'd be better, because then if you have a washcloth, you can put a washcloth in. If you have makeup and it spills, it's not going to go everywhere. And I thought, brilliant idea. I'm all for taking people's ideas, um, and suggestions. Love it. Went to a craft fair the other day, sold one of these to one of the other stall holders because she was going away to Copenhagen. Hi Mandy, if you see this. Because I'll chat for Britain, I'll chat to everybody because I love chatting. So anyway, so talking to her, and she's saying, oh yeah, they're perfect because the bags that she's got are sturdy, the hard-bodied ones, whereas these are foldaway ones. They've got batten in them, so they're nice and cushiony, but they will fold. So if you want to take it, and in your hand luggage, and save your hand luggage, and don't have so much to have to fold away, then you can do. So much like space in your hand luggage or whatever. If you only got hand luggage, which a lot of people do now, they're perfect. And then on the way back, if you want to put wet stuff in or anything like that, like I say, a face cloth or something like that in, they're perfect for that. So I was like, brilliant. So she said, I'm going to take that because it won't take up so much room. I can put my makeup in it, and my brushes and things like that. Like, yeah, brilliant. So again, I never thought of that, but added bonus, absolute added bonus. So yeah, love doing the craft stall, love doing all that. So it started off with that. Then it went on to these, doing the keyrings. So I showed my brother-in-law the keyrings, and he said, oh, the girls will love that. And I thought, oh yeah, the guys might not so much because they are a bit girly. So I thought, what can I do for the guys? Because that's not fair. The girls get wedding favours, but the guys don't. So I started doing normal keyrings, like plastic, plastic keyrings. And again, my partner, with an idea, said, get ones that are funny, because I'm not really into like guy stuff. I don't know what guys like. So I was like, she was saying, get guy stuff, get like some of this funny or cars or something. I said, no, everybody's into cars or motorbikes or something. So we decided on funny. And I thought these were funny. And I was going through them and I'm like, oh, I love these. Um, so these are the things I came up with. So and I started doing them for the wedding favours. Sorry about this light, it keeps going on and off. I think it's because I'm right in front of a window. Anyway, so I started doing these and absolutely loved doing it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to carry doing them. I love it. Really enjoyed doing it. really tickled my creativity. They're all different. You know what I mean? Like the amount of times you stood there and you're in a craft fair and people are just reading them all because they're different. They all have different sayings on and different silly things, you know, like that sort of thing. Um, then I got little ones. Oh, these, I love these. Just give me 1 second, I'll find them. Yeah. These ones, right. So I've only just started doing these ones. These are new. But oh, I don't know if you can see it, whether it's going to be backwards or not. But it says, I'm fine, but the rest of you need therapy. um, this one's me. Every one of them's me, to be fair. Every time I see something, I go, oh, that's me, right? So it says, if you don't want a sarcastic answer, don't ask me. It's very true. Yeah. So yeah, they were just, they literally, seriously, honestly, they're just, I keep seeing all these different sayings and I'm like, oh, that's me, oh, that's me, oh, that's me. Anyway, so I started doing those and I love doing those, like I say, because they're funny. But they're like my newest stock, because I try and do like the stuff that I'm doing out of material. Right, so I know I do this. I do tangents, right? So this stuff here is all made out of like my bows and what else? My little scrunchies. So my mini scrunchies and my bows and things like that are made out of new material. I think if it's going in a kid's hair, it should be new. It shouldn't be used, second hand, repurposed, anything, right? Brand new material. They're the only ones I use, brand new material. This was bedding that was reduced in sale. So I buy stuff that's on sale so that I can make as much profit to give to you back, you know, so that I can do it at a lower price, basically. So, for instance, my XL sponges, um, bedding, all bedding. I say old bedding, but it's not old. I'll show you what I mean. So when I get it, it's new in its packet, but it's been reduced. So Dunelm absolutely love me. Asda's love me. Vinted loves me. Yeah, so I get most of my stuff from there, that sort of thing. So I'll get it when it's on offer, and it reduces waste. I hate seeing all the materials wasted. I'd rather do that than go get a yard of something. And yes, it's pretty and I could do so many things with it. But there's so much material out there already, that I hate all the waste. So like for instance this charity shop, remnant bin. It was in a remnant bin. So it's obviously been something at one point. Somebody's got material, and thought, oh, it's too much of that. And I've said, that'll be that'll be a lovely bag. Which everything's a lovely bag, by the way. You'll find that. I'll go, oh, that'll make a lovely bag. You don't always make a bag, it makes something else. And I do vintage material as well, which I absolutely love my vintage material. I haven't cut into any of it because I need to find the right material, the right somebody that'll love it before I make it. I don't want to cut into it and then it just sit there. So I'm not making anything out of it until somebody says, I would like that. I would like a tote or I would like a cosmetic bag made out of that material. I won't cut into it. I love it. And because it's vintage as well, I'm like, no. So this has been an old blanket. It's never been used. It's brand new. You can feel it's brand new. Um, but it's obviously been in somebody's laundry room, and they said, we're never going to use that. And I said, I'll make a nice bag. Told you, make a nice bag. My favourite, and again, not cutting into this until somebody decides they want it as a bag. So this is vintage. I'll move these out of the way, just 1 second. So, right, love this. It came and I was so excited, and I was like, what am I making out of this? What am I making out of this? And I decided nothing, not until somebody wants it. Anyway, so this is how it comes normally. It'll come in a packet, and then I open it up and touch it, and you know, because I love it. I love the smell of it, everything. So it's obviously a really old fitted sheet, bed sheet. I don't know if you can see that. And like that sort of thing. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? And that will make a lovely tote bag or a cosmetic bag, but a bag. Because I do other things as well. I do like wristlets, like keyring wristlets, um, scrunchies. I can't think of anything else. I make the bows and stuff like that. So I do other things as well. But obviously my favourite things are my tote bags, because I've got a load of material, and it uses up a lot of material. So I love doing them. They're not fiddly and I enjoy it. Anyway, so the other one I absolutely love is this one. Now, I actually think this one's my favourite, and you can see why. Beautiful, isn't it? It's obviously like 1980s or something like that. It's been really expensive in its time, because you know you got these packets, and oh, it's just stunning. And it comes with its own like pink sheet. So for me, that's like lining. It's got its own lining, you know, to match the thing. And then that's going to make a stunning bag. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I like flowery and pinks and things like that, but I also like um, different things as well. So the darker things, Captain Jack Skeleton and that sort of thing. But my absolute love is Harry Potter. Absolute love Harry Potter. I've got a few Harry Potter tattoos, that my lovely partner got me for my big 50 birthday. And yeah, that was, yeah, amazing. I love Harry Potter. Love anything to do with Harry Potter. My my relaxing thing to do is to listen to Harry Potter on audio. I can kind of quote it now. Anyway, so I got Harry Potter material. Now again, this was reduced material. It was a job lot of material that I got, that somebody was just getting rid of. They'd got a lot of this Harry Potter material and said, would I like it? And I was like, absolutely. So I made myself a bag, and I did like a bag to go. We just got come away from. We just went away. We went to Malta, and I did one with like a waterproof lining because we was going snorkeling. We went snorkeling, and I wanted something that would keep the moisture in the bag and not all over me basically. So I took a change of clothing and snorkels and things like that, and we went snorkeling in the sea. It was beautiful, absolutely amazing. And so we did that, and the bag, I love it, absolutely. And I thought, oh, I can make some more of them. So I did. Let me see, what did I do with it? Let me see. Ah, there it is. I knew I'd not put it far. So this one I did last night. So it's got my logo on it. So tote bags right? So they were different, they were like a different style, but I've started doing these ones. I like these ones better because they sit up better than the other ones. I'll show you the different style that I was doing. It's got like a little, I say a little, it's not, it's quite a deep pocket there. It's kind of hidden there, so it's the same sort of thing. It's got a zip. I love a zip. I love a zip, or I love a magnetic closure. They're my two favourite. And just being open, because I'm really clumsy, and if it's just open, I know a lot of people like the open bags, so I do those as well, you know, because other people have different ideas to me. They're wrong, but they've got different ideas. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so they've got like just open, so you can just chuck things in and put the hands in and stuff like that, which I get, you know, but because of being clumsy, I'll lose everything out of that. As soon as I put it down, it'll be, and it'll be everywhere, because that's guaranteed. So, and they have like a pocket in them, in the inside. They're fully lined, just a cream lining on this one. Like I say, mine isn't. Mine's got the waterproof one, but that's because I knew I was going to use it for snorkeling, so I needed a waterproof one. Yeah, so they're the Harry Potter ones, and that's from the newspaper. The Harry Potter newspaper, obviously, not just newspaper, it's newspaper material. No, it's not, it's just material. So anyway, and then the other ones that I did was, and they're all fully like padded as well. They've got battening as well, so they're nice and padded. Some of them I do that aren't padded, so you can fold them up and put them in a bag, in your handbag, as like a shopping bag. So I do them as well. But yeah, these are the old ones. Now I'd only just started doing this, so obviously it's two different colours. It's the same pattern, but it's two different colours. It's that one's a darker red, that one's a lighter red. Now that would annoy me personally because it's two different colours. They're too close. If they were completely different, it would be fine. So if that was like yellow and that was red, that'd be absolutely fine. But because it's supposed to be the same, it's not. So that might be a pick it off and start again. I don't know yet. If it doesn't bother other people, then, you know, go for it. But personally, it does. Now, this ain't got an interior pocket at all, because the idea was just chuck things in, um, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think this might be a restart one. And then it's got a little pocket there and a little pocket there. But what I tried to do was, because I realised it was different colour, was the pockets are the same shade as this. So what I've tried to do is incorporate that into that. So it looks like it's the same, but it won't. And obviously the pattern's going the wrong way as well, which, you know, I'm learning. I'm just starting. So, I mean, I'm trying like the yellow was to go with the yellow and that, which I think is amazing, but it's kind of different to that one because that's more of a mustard. I'm just being picky, and I know I am. Um, and when you make things, you understand it. You can see the things in it. But I am proud of what I make. I think it's amazing. And other people I show are like, "Oh, I don't see anything wrong with that." But I think if you make something, you see it. Anyway, so I'll go back to the different, oh, yeah, right, another one. There's another one out here. So I might as well show you this. So this is like just a nice white summery bag. There's no pockets on the outside. But I was just trying a different style with the um, handles inside instead of on the outside. Much prefer them on the outside than the inside. But I thought I'd try it, see what it was like. Did yellow interior with a big pocket. I love a big pocket, but not everybody does. So I do like to try and do different things for different people. Anyway, so that's that. What else do I make? I make bookmarks. Now, again, my bookmarks are different. To like every bookmark is slightly different. because I personalise them to what I like, basically. So they've all got different sayings. I don't know if you can read that or whether it's going to be backwards, but yeah, these are all the sayings. And I also do like white ones. So they're like cardboard, but they are plastic covered, because I like to read a book and have a coffee. And sometimes, and that's my two favourite things, is reading a book and having a coffee, because to me that's relaxing. When I don't hyper focus in that like I do with this. So yeah, I thought if I put plastic on it, it'll keep them for longer. And you're touching them all the time as well, so you know you can wipe these down. So Alice in Wonderland ones, I love these ones. I have one of those in my book, to be honest. But these are nice and light. They're slightly bendy. Like I say, they've got book things on them. Yeah, they've got little cat ones and all sorts of ones, you know, like booky ones and cat ones and something to do with books anyway. So yeah, so that's the bookmarks. I've done different key rings. So I tried a few of those. I quite enjoyed doing those, to be honest. They're just fun. They're pretty. They're not my cup of tea, or coffee. There's coffee on it. They're a bit girly for me, but that's just me. I'm not a girly, but I do appreciate a pretty thing. And then I did macrame. Did a little bit of macrame. Never tried it before. Thought I'd have a go. They're just little wristlets that you can put your keys on. I love these. I have not the macrame one, but I have like a Harry Potter one. If I find one, I'll show you what I mean. And I love that because 9 times out of 10, I don't have pockets. I just don't have pockets in my clothes, and I have keys, and I've got my phone and my cards in my phone. So I'm trying to juggle things when I'm out shopping, and I don't always remember a handbag or something because I'm not very girly. I have handbags. I have loads of handbags, but do I remember them? No, not always. So I got this wristlet. I made a wristlet for myself, and I thought that's perfect. And put the keys on. Just I can forget about it. It's there. And the keys on it. I want to make something for my phone, but I'm not good at making something for myself. So I want to put do a bag or something, so I can just pop my phone in it and hang it onto the wristlet, because then I'm hands-free completely then. But that's something that's in the pipeline. We'll see. Like I say, I'm not good at making stuff for myself, but then sometimes I do make stuff for myself and I think, oh, that's a really good idea, and then it ends up I'll make a load of them. So you know, you could benefit from it as well. So we'll see. What else do I make? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see what else we've got in here. So I've shown you the mini ones. These are the baby scrunchies, baby scrunchies. Love making these. I know a lot of people don't like making them because they're really fiddly. They're the bigger ones because they're quick. But I think they're so sweet, so adorable. And it's the same with these bows for your hair. They're just like little clips. Those in your bow and your hair. They're just tiny. They're just small. They're for kids, basically. Oh, if you wanted to put it in your hair, you could. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? Yeah, you do you. I'm not girly enough for that. But it looks silly with me with my logo t-shirts and my jeans, which is kind of what you'll see me in, or a dress. I go one way or the other. Just depends. Yeah. So my big scrunchies. These are my XLs. This was material from a charity shop again. That was remnants, So what I'll do is I'll go into fabric shops and I'll look in the remnant bins, because I just don't like the waste. I don't like people wasting material so much. So yeah, I did them, and they're like a satin, yeah, satin, I would say. I'm not very good at knowing my materials and stuff. I love these ones because they're so soft. But again, they're like a satin material, so soft. My neighbour's daughter has one, and she says, "Oh, it's amazing in my hair. It's really soft." I don't really know. I wear scrunchies, but the same as you would a bobble, to be honest. Um, but yeah, the bows, I do all different kind of bows. We'll go back to that. I do jump about quite a bit, as you can tell, but that's the ADHD, so you have to get used to that, I'm afraid. So we've got like bee ones, and we have flowered ones, and I have red and white, no, red and yellow, orange flowered ones. There's all different styles, but like I say, I don't like to do them ones in reclaimed or reused. I don't know what to call it, but material this is new material, because it's going in your hair and you can't really wash them. So I think if you can wash something, like you could probably wash this in a cool wash, and the tote bags you could probably put in a cold wash as well, but these you can't, because you know they're not really meant for that. And the scrunchies, I wouldn't recommend it. You possibly can, but I wouldn't recommend it. But because of that, I won't use material that's reclaimed. I might use material that, like bedding material, like that one is, because it was reduced. It's brand new, but it's reduced. So I might use that, but I wouldn't use like reclaimed stuff. What else? What else do I make? Let's have a look. Let's see what else I can find here. Oh, I've just done a market, so this is my market stuff, my market stock. I do my Japanese line, so that's like Japanese inspired material. And I do obviously my XL scrunchies, which I've shown you, but all different colours. That's a darker pink. That's also satin. Again, reclaimed material. That one, new material, but you know, not stuff that's been used. Yeah, that's the Japanese ones, and I do spotty ones. That's lost its tag for some reason. It's got my logo tag in it though still. And then yeah, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, they're quite, you know, got a bit of room to them. They're not massive. And then I do my dinky bows. These are like just one off, but they are tiny. They're really small. Right, let's have a look at the normal bow, and then I'll show you a comparison. Yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, you can't see a massive difference, but they are a bit smaller than that one. So let's take it out and I'll show you. These ones have got different clips as well. So these are just to go in little girls' hair. These were inspired by my granddaughter. She's got beautiful hair, and she does ballet and stuff like that, and she always has her hair lovely done, and mum and dad do a really good job of doing her hair. She's got the same kind of hair as me, only not grey, and she my mum could never deal with my hair because my hair's it's curly, and she just didn't know what to do with it. So they've done a really good job like learning how to deal with her hair. But yeah, so that's a normal bow. and that's the little bow. So can you see the difference? You probably can't. I can. You can in real life. And they've got like a click at the back, so it clicks on, and these ones are just threading, kind of thread like that. Can you see it? So that sort of goes into the hair and just slides in. So yeah, so 2 different types of bow I do. And then, so the different sizes of scrunchies. So you've got your regular, which, you know, is quite generous. Your regular, that's your regular. My XL. And a mini. They're different sizes. So yeah, so I think I've shown you everything that I can think of. Oh no, the wristlets. So there is the wristlets. Let's have a look. So these are my Harry Potter wristlets. Second, I do other ones as well, but for some reason I can't see them. Of course, they're hiding. So anyway, wristlets. So what you do is you put your key on that bit, and it sits on your wrist. Now when you're shopping and stuff like that, it's perfect, because the key will pull that down or hold onto it, which is what I tend to do, because I don't know, I like the feel of it. They're padded, so for me it's a sensory thing. I like a longer one. I do shorter ones as well. But actually, give me 2 seconds. I'll go see if I can find one that's shorter, and then I'll show you what I mean. Hi, I'm back. So yeah, so these are the longer ones. Like I say, you can hold them like that. And then shorter ones, a bit more, yeah, yeah, they're a bit shorter. But I suppose you don't have to hold it then. It doesn't. It kind of, yeah. So mine. This is mine. They're padded. They're padded. I think I've only got one that isn't padded. And I wasn't keen on I prefer that. I like the feel of it. So that's mine. So I hold it like that, or I can just let go. Yeah, they do their own thing. The only thing you've got to watch out for is when you're reaching up for something, you can smack yourself in the face. I'm clumsy, I told you. I've done that before. Tell me how I know. So yeah, so they're my keys. You know, my Harry Potter key ring on it and stuff. You know, we all have the key rings and stuff on it. I don't have any of my plastic ones, weirdly enough. I'm gonna have to put one of those on. I think I'll do that now, actually. No, what? I'll do it after the after the video. Yeah, I'm ADHD. What can I say? So yeah, so that's the keyring wristlets. I love it, absolutely love it, especially when I'm taking the dogs out for a walk. Because I have 2 dogs, and I have the keys. I've got to lock the door, take the dogs out, around, and I can just hang them off there. And I've got 2 hands free for the dogs. So yeah, so they're ideal for that, and they're ideal for like finding it in the bottom of your bag. I hate having to root through things to find stuff, because I end up just getting frustrated and want to just tip everything out. So they're ideal for that. I used to have a lanyard at work, and I used to have that. It was bright. It was like rainbow coloured or something, whereas I can see that as well. So yeah, so it's good for that. And it's also good for, like I say, just hands free, being able to see it easily, you know, and nice and soft as well. So the amount of times I've closed it in the door, and stuff like that, I'm not breaking it, because I've done that as well. Yeah, clumsy. Anyway, so I think I've shown you everything. If there's anything else that I can think of, I will put it in a different video. But I think that's most of my products. So yeah, so that's me. I've rabbited on more than enough time. I will put this up. Can you give me a like or a comment and tell me what you think, and what you'd like to see? Um, you know, I'm up for options. I'm up for comments. You tell me. I'm an open book. I'm quite happy for you to tell me what you want me to do. Um, I'll do a sew along. I really like doing so. I love watching other people. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this as well. Was because I love to watch. I love people. Oh, there goes the light. Sorry. Um, I love to body double. So when I'm sewing, I'll put something on. It'll either be Harry Potter, um, Kelsey Priest, or somebody doing something. Um, and it's just body doubling for me because of my ADHD. I love it. I love doing it. My craft room's right next to my living room nearly, so I can have the door open again, body doubling with my partner. She'll be watching some murdery thing, which we both absolutely love, and I'll be sitting crafting, but I'll have headphones on, but so I can still hear the chatting away. Normally to the dogs, not normally to me, but that's fine. But yeah, so I'm up for body doubling and going on a live, and you watch me. Stop doing that. See, ADHD. I'm tinkering and touching things. Anyway, so I have to really stop doing things like that, clicking pens and anyway. So so I'm up for doing a live. If anybody would be interested in watching me sitting doing scrunchies, or I would do a bag, but they're so take so long. I do them in stages as well, so it's not that interesting. But I can quilt a load of bags, um, and do that if that's what you want me to see me doing. Whichever, just leave notes in comments. I love seeing the notes. I will always reply either with a comment. If you've left, there was somebody left a comment and said, I wanted to watch this on my last one, but the sound was terrible. And I said, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll go back and I'll sort that out. Now I always answer back. I'll always leave a comment. And I'm hoping that I'll get bigger, and if I do, it'll be a yeah, I've read it, thank you, something, because I've left comments on people's thing and they just don't even read it, and I think, well, what's the point? You just want me to comment to give your voice out there, but you're not listening to my voice, so I don't like that. Personally, I don't like it, so I will try and like read back and stuff like that. Now, if you text me, it could be 3 to 5 working days before I'll reply, because I've got ADHD again, because out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, so yeah, please put a like on it, or follow me or something like that, or a comment or something. That'd be lovely. Like I say, I'm brand new to this, um, but I think I really enjoy it. I love talking, as you can tell. um, and I don't find it hard to talk to the camera at all. I thought I would. I thought I'd find it really hard. But no, I don't. Not at all. It's just like chatting to when I'm doing when I'm making stuff. I'm talking through in my head anyway, so it's just the same. It's just actually saying it out loud instead of in my head. Anyway, nothing wrong with me here, honest. So yeah, so that's me. Like I say, a little bit of engagement would be amazing. So yeah, thanks, and I'll see you around. Okay, bye.